Anyway, the topic of today's show is creationist inconsistencies and best arguments. So, how shall we begin today's discussion?
Well, we could start out with if you've met any creationists lately with stupid and inconsistent arguments.
I think me and Mum will have met one particular creationist.
Oh, yes. The one we had fun with recently.
The one where he thinks we're all CS Bear.
It's quite entertaining.
I was hanging out on the ChristianChat.net side. I'm not on the .com side because I'm infamously banned there, and Tripuka as well, because they thought Tripuka was me. But on the Christian Chat site today, I met someone who said he believes in natural selection, but he doesn't believe in evolution because there are no transitional fossils. Now that I can't wrap my head around how someone could believe in natural selection and yet disbelieve in evolution. That doesn't seem to fit together.
Yeah, it's this whole topic of, microevolution and macroevolution.
Yeah, but I don't really get it. As I recall, micro and macroevolution, it was a term that was used in the 60s, which we got away from, but the creationists who are like a few decades behind still stuck around with it.
I think it's more than a few decades, though, and I think I'd go with a few centuries. In terms of science,
anyway. I definitely would say more than a few decades.
Like, for example, Stiggy, our old friend, seems to think if you mutate DNA too much, it will dissolve.
Who said that?
Stiggy.
Oh, Stiggy Pants.
Yep, apparently mutating DNA too much increases its solubility.
That just makes my brain go,
Yeah, it's just... wow.
It's a very special person, Eritano. What I would do is, I had the link posted to me earlier of the Encyclopedia Dramatica page for this wonderful, wonderful person. And I will dig it up for you. So if you give me a moment.
Isn't he the guy who looks like a scary version of Voctor?
Yeah.
But I kind of think he's a little bit more like, I'm going to have to bitly this. He's a little bit more like, in Iron Man 2. You have the Russian guy. Yeah, the Russian guy in Iron Man 2.
Oh, the bad guy in the first movie?
Yeah, no, the second film.
Oh,
one with the
Mickey
cockatiel.
Rourke. Mickey Rourke?
Yeah. Yeah, but with the hair.
Oh, okay. We call that
the whips.
Yeah. In Denmark, we call that fairy hair. I don't know why, but we do.
So there is a bit.ly link that will direct you to the Encyclopedia Dramatica page. It's based on one of the sub-bits, but it takes you to Stiggy's ED page. But apparently for this person as well, not only is CS Bear a troll with multiple accounts, and subs of his that don't have for their icon are his sock accounts, but I'm a fake because I would not post my credentials on YouTube.
Yeah. I don't think it takes much of a genius why someone wouldn't post their info on the internet to somebody they believe is a troll. Well, I might be saying believe is a troll. Stiggy is an uber troll.
Oh, he's just an idiot. But no, as I said, I'm not going to drop myself. If people want to get an idea of whether or not believe what I say I am, you just need to talk to me or listen into some of the recordings that have got me debunking Neff from the 12-hour call.
Which was awesome.
Did you listen to the 12-hour call when it was on, or just some of the clips that have gone
some
up?
of the clips, I remember. I remember listening to, I just remember, Neff Bloomfield is just getting his ass handed to him as usual.
I would say if anyone could listen throughout the 12 hours non-stop without being in the call, without going insane, I would commend them.
I must admit, I did only sort of do 7 hours of time on that 12L call, which isn't too bad going.
7 hours. That's like 7 hours.
Well, like, I started midnight my time and finished about 7 in the morning, so I really needed sleep.
Oh, that's masochism right there.
Nephilim 3 is the only person on my Skype I've never talked with.
Why do you have him on your phone? I've been blocked on his Skype without actually being added to it. How good is that?
Well, actually, I did talk with him lately. I think Colin or Sound of Silence, I think it was Sound of Silence, who asked, wondered how many he did actually block Nephilim 3, and Nephilim 3 responded to me and said he blocked around 7,500 people.
7,500. The only one that comes second at that is Sean.
Yeah, Vanifang X.
Well, not anymore. Like he's unblocked them. Well, he says he's going to unblock them.
Yeah, but he still doesn't really accept. I made a video response to one of his videos. He didn't accept it.
Yeah. He's not as bad as he was.
No, I think it's worse. He's being dishonest.
Well, he was dishonest before.
Well, he was honest to himself in the sense that he stood up for what he believed in. Now he's basically censoring himself because, you know, if he touches on anything about science, he will get butthurt by the entire YouTube community.
Yeah.
That's, I think, when we can say that we've won to an extent because we've managed to stop him posting scientific bollocks.
Well, not really scientific bollocks, more like unscientific bollocks.
Yeah. He's still posting bollocks though, just not on science.
As I say, whether scientific or not, it's bollocks. And we've got him cutting down on some of what he's saying.
But there's more people willing to take his place. Like I2I, for example.
Yeah, but I2I doesn't have the broad appeal. I don't know why Sean got the broad appeal that he did. It might be the Thunderfoot made him bigger than he probably deserved.
Yeah. I'd say a lot of people...
I think, to be fair, Venom Fang X does seem to have more charisma and personality to him, as it were, than I2I, who's just a sheltered baby, effectively. With Sean, he came to Christianity later as opposed to being brainwashed with it through homeschooling, the way I2I seems to have been. So yeah, he's got other things about him which he brings into his batshittery videos.
Yeah, Venom from X came to Christianity through watching Superman movies. That's fucking hilarious.
Takes all sorts.
What do you think of I2I's video on Tom Hanks?
I2I's video on Tom Hanks. Oh, that's fucking stupid.
The bit that entertains me the most about I2I is what he refers to as his dancing. When you see him kind of prancing away in the videos, it's like, no, you need to be shot in the head now. Put everyone out your misery. Put all of us out of the misery of watching you dance.
Kind of harsh.
Some of Sean's videos actually made me chuckle, especially the one where he was in a bathrobe.
Oh God.
Was that the one where, like, he was pretending to be, like, he was going to go out with the girl he was responding to?
He was posing in his bathroom in his dressing gown. That was not pretty.
I thought it was hilarious. At least he has some kind of humour and can make fun of himself.
Yeah.
But it's still a bit sad he's gone away from the typical creationist argument. Instead, he's using the more philosophical approach, which is only really meant to confuse people than actually enlighten them. For me, it seems those very advanced philosophical arguments is more like putting up a big fireworks while someone is just left with open eyes and no idea what's going on. And they're like, oh, I can see why God might exist because I have no clue what you just said. But it sounded cool.